All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Razor from RazorTube coming at you some more Rust Council Edition content today. Today's topic is really important. It's heavily embedded in the Rust Council Edition community, and we got to bring it to the front lines because nobody's really talking about it, and if they are, they're not being heard. I'm here with your boy AJ Monkey.
Hey.
And today's topic, we're going to be covering Rust Console is forever ruined, and I'm going to tell you why. And then we're going to talk about a little statement released by Double 11 in their Q&A session they recently just had. So sit back, get some popcorn or some pickles, and let's get into it. So what's been ruining Rust Console Edition for the last 4 years? Like it's ruined every other game, especially open world survival and FPS shooters in game. I don't know if I can get in trouble for that, but I gotta say it that way anyways. Is cheating. Whether it be Zim or Zen, they're both dirty ways of cheating the system to get an advantage on somebody who plays the game normal on Rust Console. And any other game that matter by any means on PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, all the consoles are included in this. So, what are these? They're third-party devices that allow people to use a mouse and keyboard, which adds a hell of a lot more precision to somebody's aim. And it also allows them to use what's called scripts. Scripts are a dirty way for people to alter the way they fire a weapon, and a bunch of other ways to manipulate a game in order to cheat to get the advantage against normal people that play the game the right way. You know who you are, you're annoying, and I've clapped you anyways. Because what they don't know, when they cheat, they still need game sense. And if you don't got that, then I mean, you're just paying for something monthly, or you're buying a piece of hardware to just get rated and clapped anyways. Jade can attest to that.
Yeah. Dude, they are the worst.
So let's talk about, how it's ruining the game. I mean, for people that aren't good at open world survivals or they're mediocre with, shooting and games in general, they definitely get pieced up by people who play with a mouse and keyboard, let alone add scripts for zero recoil. It's not fair. It's not right. It's been in Rust Console Edition since its, infancy stages when the game was first ported over to the console side. And with Zim and Zen, I typically don't really talk about it because I don't like informing people what these devices are, what they are capable of, because who knows, you could be one of those people who are just sick and tired of cheaters, and eventually now you've heard this information and you want to go cheat too. What I can tell you is if you do cheat, eventually it catches up with you, and if you use a Zim or Zen device, you are definitely going to get banned on Rust Console Edition. When that is, I don't know. But it'll happen. Oh, I like the little patio set you made over here with this weird picture.
Yeah, it's from
Who
the
is?
1800s.
Oh my gosh. So, anyway.
Yeah, it's art.
I had to just laugh, dude. So,
It's nice, right? It's
whose
very
face
regal.
is that, dude? Yeah, that guy.
It's from one of the drops.
Yeah, that guy definitely
really
cheats. Who's a cheater? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It could be a content creator I don't know about. So, this plague of cheating has ruined Rust Console Edition in many different ways. I could talk about it all day, but the majority of people already know. Mouse and keyboard, it doesn't need to exist on console at all. It's not made for console. It's not made to play against console players. You should be playing this game with a controller. Hands down, no matter what. I don't care what anybody says, the excuses they use. You don't cheat. That is my...
Cheat, you're trash.
Yeah, if you cheat, you're trash. So what I'm getting at and why the game I think is ruined is because Double 11 up until this point hasn't released an actual system in place or mentioned any information about a anti-cheat system that they have in place with any details on how they ban players for cheating. I'm going to just lay it out there. If there was any information, it was really, really, really minimal. And they haven't explained it in its entirety, probably because they don't want the cheaters to know what they're using so that they can counter them. But regardless, this has been an issue for a long time, 4 years running now. And I think a lot of people are fed up with it, or they've just accepted it and play with people that cheat if they don't want to cheat, or they become cheaters themselves, quite frankly. Me, I just have integrity. I am not like a person that would use anything to my advantage at all in this game. So speaking,
You use me. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, in different ways though. So
But that's different.
yeah, that's different.
I like it.
Yeah, we can't tell them about the hair pulling.
War.
So recently, Double 11 came out with a screenshot that I'm going to share with you guys now, and I want your guys' opinion because I think this. And I'm reading between the lines here. I know a lot of other people are super excited about this. But since there hasn't been any roadmap or any release of information about any anti-cheat in the past that was significant enough for me to want to do a video about it, this information or the lack of information that I've got here in the screenshot makes me want to talk about it. So if we bring it over, it's from Double 11's Q&A they recently had, and it says, for their question they got asked, it says, will there be an anti-cheat with the new gen version of Rust Console Edition? And then they came back and answered, yes, we are tracking cheaters at the moment and should have a system online for launch, which will enable...
I have a question. I have a question. If they're tracking them, why aren't they doing anything?
Mm-hmm. And that's another point I was going to bring up, but you hit the nail right on the head. And to finish what I was saying, and they should have a system online for launch of the new gen version, which will enable them to start automatically banning players. All right. So read that statement, guys, and let me know how you feel about this. And here's the deal. This is how I'm reading it. When they're like, hey, we're tracking cheaters, Jade already mentioned it. It's like, okay, well, if you're tracking cheaters, then why, if you have all the information you need and data you need from what a cheater looks like, why haven't you been banning people, and why hasn't there been a ban wave that was mentioned after it happened? Because there hasn't frickin' been one. Also, it says they should have a system online for launch which will enable them to start automatically banning players. Here's how I read that. You're going to have a system online at launch. What does that mean for us, the Rust Console Edition players? Does that mean you're going to have a system that can see Zim and Zen players actively using third-party devices? And they're going, oh, hey, we can see that this person's using this. Now we can ban them. Or, this is how I see it in my opinion, is what are you going to do? You're going to have a reporting system. Basically, whoever gets reported enough for an X amount of times, say 10 times in the game, you're going to automatically ban them and they're going to have to come back and rebuttal it. What system are we talking about here, guys? It is known in history, if you compare Rust Console Edition to any other game that has the same Zim or Zen problem, it is known that they get away with it constantly. Let's compare it to Ubisoft's Rainbow Six Siege. That game is littered with keyboard and mouse players, and it brings a significant unfair advantage. And arguably, Ubisoft has money coming out of their butt, right? And they have not yet even began to solve that problem. Now, obviously, they released a project called Mousetrap for console where they have some type of anti-cheat system that they didn't mention details on that can find those players and ban them and put them with the PC population, which, might I add, is completely hilarious. But I've never heard of any other company that has been able to counter Zim or Zen. When you bring something to a Q&A, you should have details. We should have details. What the hell is going on? Dude, you know how long that took me to build?
My bad. My bad.
This guy's a prick. I can't even do a video without him blowing stuff up. So what I was saying is, you know, I don't know any company that's countered this. Ubisoft's got money coming out of their wazoo. And Double 11 isn't as big as Ubisoft. Hands down. What system are they going to be bringing to the table that's going to counter this? I would love to know. I'm not speaking about this in a negative way. I'm speaking from it in a way where I'm asking the question about being in an environment where there is no cheats at all and what type of system they're implementing or putting out there for the general public to be able to play the game. We haven't seen anything up to date about any anti-cheat. We've gotten really vague, broad statements about, oh yeah, we're gonna have an anti-cheat system. It's gonna have this system. Okay, what kind of system is this? And why wasn't it implemented in the current version that's 4 years old?
Yeah.
You guys ask the questions. I want to know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, because honestly, this is not, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, at least from a cheating perspective, right? You know, you could be, you know, it's all rainbows and butterflies until, you know, it's not. Because with a statement that broad, you have to suspect that they really don't have one in place that's going to be reliable enough to release to the public. Now, obviously there's anti-cheat tools out there, and Jade, correct me if I'm wrong, that use AI to track, you know, people who use mouse and keyboard that could possibly ban them automatically, or what?
It's not really fully implemented as far as I understand it, unless maybe they got their hands on it, and then that'll be like another. Honestly, PC gaming will be like the best at that point, but yeah, it's more theoretical. And there's been the only company I've seen that actually does it. Oh, the hopper ate it. That's so funny. It's just I was like, what's going on?
Like, bang.
Here, take this. The only company I know that successfully did it was what was that one like kind of Tarkov-y game that was a little stylized? Something drop. Cycle Frontier.
Cycle Frontier, yeah, they had a good one.
They implemented it, but the cheaters literally ruined the game. Even though they came back strong with a good anti-cheat and some AI detection and some great like recovery reward things for people that got cheated on. Dude, they shuttered the game.
They sunsetted it. They sunsetted the game.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's completely gone because of cheaters.
Yep.
And it was wildly successful.
Yep.
So.
And it was a fun game too. That game was awesome. Like I had such a good time with Jade and Odin in that game, but you know, it was too little, too late. So is that what it's going to be for Rust Console Edition? Right? Is that, you know, is the population for servers and everything going to drop more than it already has because of the cheating? I mean, when it's crap, it's crap. So let me know how you guys feel, obviously, about this. I'll let you go and think about it. But I don't think it's going to be a very successful run when it comes to the anti-cheat. But hold on, let me get this chump. So.
Oh, I flared you.
You flared
What are you going to do
me.
about it? What are you going to do about it? You want?
Potato aim, dude. Not used to PC anymore. I got to get back into it. Ha! Jeez. So yeah, all right, we're gonna leave the video at that before he blows the rest of the setup, and it's gonna really piss me off. So I'll talk to you guys later. See you next video, and let's see if they come out with a reliable anti-cheat system that they can actually talk about. See you next video, and don't get me wrong, I want it to be successful. Bye. Oh my goodness, that was a. Goodness.
Primitive Rust is gonna be so much fun on the console.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone. Oops.